Hey, you guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So, I wanted to come to you guys with another video. And this time, I wanted to talk about the recent announcement from both Letoya Luckett and her husband, Tommicus Walker, to end their marriage. And I know a lot of people aren't surprised by this. I've talked about them prior. I've made a video prior to this, and I've talked about them because I thought that maybe something was not okay between them a couple months back. Letoya had just given birth to this beautiful baby boy. I think he may be about 3 months old, but he's just this gorgeous little baby. And Tommicus had put out something that made me think that there was something wrong between them. Like he had kind of put out a little statement that made me think that they were in the middle of filming and that just something wasn't right, right? And so, but even in that, I reserve my judgment for as far as should they get a divorce. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to marriages, everybody has to do what they feel is best for them when it comes to whether they want to stay or they want to go, right? So earlier today, Letoya posted this picture. She said, "Love always," and she had a little broken heart. You see the little heart split down the middle. Now, along with this picture of their beautiful family, she posted her announcement in which she basically said that they have decided to divorce. All right. And I am going to go ahead and read that to you. And I will read Tommicus's, whatever. I'll read his too. So she said, "After very prayerful consideration, Tommicus and I have decided to get a divorce. It is my deepest desire for us to be loving co-parents and keep a peaceful environment out of respect for our children. Please understand our need for privacy. Thank you in advance for your prayers, support, and space to heal as we tread through this challenging time." Okay. Now, he posted something on his page as well, very similar to what she said, and I'll go ahead and read that as well. So this is from Tommicus. "Letoya and I have decided to divorce. This was a very difficult decision. We remain committed to our family as co-parents, and we ask that you please respect our privacy and the safety of our children at this time. We happily remain committed as caring friends with great love and respect for one another. We ask in advance for your kindness and sensitivity in the coming months." Now, when I read that very last paragraph, it made me think of a couple of things. Of course, people going through and they're in the public eye, I can imagine that they absolutely want people to just lay off of them and give them some breathing room, right? But also, I thought about the fact that I think that he is also referring to the fact that I believe a new season of the Friends and Family Hustle is coming up. And I think some of this stuff is going to play out on that show. And I think he is trying to get in front of it. I do. I don't think you're going to see everything, but I think he is attempting to get in front of it because folks going to be in his comments just chewing him up, eating him up. Because if he is anything like he was in the prior seasons, the way he treated her was just so... sometimes he could be so mean to her. And to be fair, that was just a snippet of their life, right? We don't know what goes on in their lives, but just even in that, right? You kind of got a sense that he just wasn't that nice to Letoya. And, we saw them attempt to get counseling. They both went to, Mr. T.D. Fakes, John Gray, right? They went to him to try to get counseling, which probably they should have attempted to actually go to T.D. Jakes and not John Gray. But nonetheless, they attempted to work on their marriage, and we saw it play out. Now, a few months ago, it was alleged that Tommicus was messing around with another woman while Letoya was pregnant with their last child. So all this stuff blew up about their marriage around, I would say, August. All right. And like I said, this is all alleged. But word on the curb was that Tommicus was out here messing with a woman in Dallas while his wife was pregnant with their last child. Okay. And this woman was attempting to shop around a sex tape to all these different blogs. Okay. That is what the word on the curb is. Now, again, that don't make it true. But a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. And we're going to get into that. And why I think all of this and why I feel like Toya decided to end it. Because I'm actually surprised that she did decide to end her marriage. I really am surprised, right? Because I really thought she was going to attempt to work this out. But let me go ahead and read to you what I read in this article you read. It said, Letoya Luckett has reportedly dumped her husband, Tommicus Walker, following reports that he's been cheating on her with Instagram groupies. The husband of the Destiny's Child singer had allegedly been having an affair as the couple awaits the birth of their second child. Word on the curb is that Walker has been spending romantic time with a woman who is shopping their sex tape. Okay, so as I told you, and that was the tea a few months ago when Toya was pregnant. Okay, now I ain't saying that it's true, but apparently that this woman was shopping around this sex tape. It says the Shade Room reported and now deleted Instagram post that Luckett's husband cheated on her with an Instagram model from Dallas, Texas. The side chick allegedly contacted the outlet to show them videos of a man who looks like Walker. One clip shows him sleeping in a hotel bed, and the other was filmed after they had sex. Okay, so a few months back, I think I did a video in November in which I talked about the fact that something was going on between Tommicus and Letoya, that someone right. And I remember when he posted, he said, the devil is busy and will not win. Please pray for my family and especially my wife while she's pregnant. This too shall pass. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Niggas always have a tendency to start talking about God, right? And talking about the devil. The devil's always busy when they out there doing wrong, right? And he talking about, I love my family. I pray my wife does not go into preterm labor and my son healthy. God fix it and bless my enemies. Now, he did not deny what this woman was out here alleging. He just said he want God to fix it. And the devil is busy. All right. You just got to read between the lines because these Negroes, they just be gaslighting and they always be trying to pull God into the mix. But that's what he was trying to do there. This was months ago. Okay. So this is when all this stuff came out about the alleged side chick and he was trying to get in front of it and things like that. So I don't know if y'all remember this or y'all even knew about this. Okay. Because I'm just trying to let y'all know. But that's what he was out here saying. Okay. I really do feel bad for Toya because as I stated in my prior video, I feel like she, like a lot of us, she just wanted the family. She wanted the husband. A lot of you may not have known this. And I remember in the comments, people were saying, oh, Letoya weren't married before. She really was briefly married to someone else. It was very brief. You would have if you blink, you would have missed it. And this was prior to him, of course. So I feel like Toya was in one of those positions that a lot of us, are in where it's just like, I want the family. This is what I want, right? And he probably presented himself, as a certain individual, right? And it clicked, and this is what she wanted. And a lot of times, and even I said in my prior video, sometimes we want the wedding more than the marriage. And I saw that in Toya. I saw just all of the pomp and circumstance of it all. And I ain't mad at her for that because we do that. We have a tendency to forget about what it takes to actually be in a marriage and be more focused on the fact that you got a husband and you have this beautiful wedding. But again, that's I'm not going to fault her for that. But a lot of times, God be telling us no. Let's keep it real. I know he told me no. And I said, yes. And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah. And then he showed me. He showed me eventually, okay, what it was. He said, I told you no. And a lot of times it be like that. So Tommicus, he went on later today, y'all. He said, To any married couples, trust that God can work things out despite what might be present state right now. God is the only person that can change the circumstances. I never wanted a divorce, but outside forces can create a lot of confusion. For the record, I never stepped out on my wife. You see how he put that in the capitals. I never stepped out on my wife. Now, Tommicus, first things first. Why is always outside forces? I mean, what, you got a poltergeist in your house? Is the poltergeist in your house? Is it Amityville, the outside forces? Because I'm assuming the outside forces is this woman who been out here trying to shop around a sex tape. So don't be putting that off on other people. I can't stand when people do like that. I never wanted a divorce. Then if you didn't want a divorce, why are you getting a divorce? Then he put it up. This is what he said, y'all. This is what he said. He said, and for all the friends or family that's saying I didn't like him anyways, guess what? I didn't like y'all stanky ass either. I thought that was actually funny. Okay. Yeah, I ain't like y'all asses either. Because you know, Toya people is in her ear right now saying, I ain't like him anyway. I ain't like him anyway. But I did think that was kind of a swipe. All the friends or family. Maybe that's a little swipe at the friends and family hustle. I don't know. But that was his ending. That's what he said later today. Like he posted the whole like, I'm just asking for privacy for our family as we co-parent. And he did. For all y'all friends and family that's saying I ain't like him anyways, guess what? I ain't like y'all asses either. But one thing I cannot stand is the gaslighting that folks do. Why these men always do that? Why these men always and I'm sorry, men, if you don't like what I'm saying, you just gonna have to close your ears or just get off right now. Okay, get off right now. Why do folks be doing that shit? You go out here and you do wrong, and now you want to pull God in it. Then you talking about the outside forces and the devil is busy. It's always the devil. It's always, but now you're saying, I didn't want this. Well, if you didn't want a divorce, why are you getting a divorce? Why is Toya, which I'm assuming maybe she decided to end it, why is she ending it? There has to be something to it. And now, I know that all marriages don't end because of infidelity and stuff like that. Sometimes it be like financial stuff. But I have a feeling that the trust was broken between these two. And I honestly believe that they did attempt to try to fix it. But sometimes when the trust is broken and people aren't showing that they are attempting to do better, it's this is when you become that irreconcilable things. Like you can't fix it if somebody is not working towards fixing it. Okay, and I am guessing that it's Mr. Tommicus who is the one talking about, for the record, I did not cheat on my wife. I did not step on my wife. And you know what's fun? I'm on the road here, so don't stop me, y'all. These Negroes, a lot of times be the gaslighting that these fools do. Listen, I'm having a little flashback, and y'all, ladies, y'all know, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. A man will look you right in your face. It's like, I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at you. Look at me in the eye. I did not fuck that woman. And he did, in fact, fuck that woman. They do it. All right. So, Tommicus, all of this, let's just say for a moment that this woman who is supposedly shopping this sex tape around is possibly lying on him. Well, there's been other stories about him stepping out on her, right? So where there's smoke, there's fire. Somebody ain't telling the truth. Something wrong. Something ain't right for her to make the decision, because like I said, I would have guessed that Letoya would have probably tried her hardest to make it work. I honestly believe that. I just believe that she wanted this marriage to work. And for him to sit here and say, well, I didn't want to get a divorce, then don't do things that would make a woman want to divorce you. Don't say, what the hell? When people say shit like that, well, I didn't want to get a divorce, it's almost like, yeah, I didn't want to get a divorce. I just wanted to cheat in peace. That's what I read. Okay. And yes, I know I'm beating up on him a bit because, again, the stuff has been out there about him. The stuff has been out there about him. Him, Martell Hope, and Drew Sidora's husband Ralph, they the gaslighters. They need a show together because they be the most gaslighting ass dudes out here, just making the woman, making it like it's her fault. Like, I didn't want this. I didn't want to do this. I did not step out on my wife, knowing damn well you probably more than likely stepped out on your wife. All right. But again, I'm not, as I stated in my previous video, I don't make light when these things end, because it is not just about the man and the woman. There's dynamics here, right? He brought in his daughter, which Letoya loves. She even shouted her out yesterday and say happy birthday to. So there's a lot of dynamics to consider when people in marriages. So I don't think, for the most part, a lot of people take this lightly, especially if you really, 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 truly believe in the being together and cleaving together and being, not everybody is for marriage, ain't for everybody. I get that. But when you make that commitment, a lot of people, like I said, that's why I don't be one of those people that's quick to say, leave him, girl, leave him, because I know that that's not always the best solution for everybody. It's not always the best solution for everybody. And I feel like we have to respect people where they are. Even if you feel like they shouldn't be with his ass or you shouldn't be with her, you got to respect where people at and what they want to do when it comes to them. And so this is what they decided to do. And I respect that. Okay. Because again, that's probably what is best for them. But according to Tommicus, he said he didn't want it. I don't know. But I am certainly thinking of Letoya, because I can imagine how this must feel for her. Again, this information was out there when she was pregnant about him doing all this other stuff. And I do think, as he stated, I do think that in the coming months, when this show airs, the Friends and Family Hustle, we're going to see some of this stuff play out. I absolutely believe that. I do. And I wish them well. I do. At the end of the day, I wish them both well. I hope Tommicus will realize that, you always miss, folks when they gone. When you done did them wrong, now you want to get right. And put God all in the mix. God should have been in the mix from the beginning, right? God should have been all. Don't start talking and preaching and pulling God up in it after you done did all the dirt. Now you want to talk about the devil and the outside forces, the poltergeist and everything like that. But yeah, that is what's going on. And I guess it's over. It's over. And like I said, marriages ending are always challenging. They're always difficult. Easy to get in, but hard as hell to get out. It's there's never really any good way to end it. But I just wanted to come to you guys and talk a little bit about that. And let me know what you guys think about this. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.